There is no unifying rule that says that sumo deadlifting is against the rules of strongman. Hey, it's Cameron with the Atlas Strength Shop back with another video, and today we're going to talk about some really cool news that happened in the powerlifting world recently, as well as some of the weird controversy that seems to be stirred up on social media surrounding the whole thing. But before we do that, please do me a favor, like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out a ton. You ready to get to the video? All right, cool. So unless you live under a rock, then you know recently Jamal Browner has pulled 500 kilograms. It's been all over TikTok. A lot of creators have already talked about this. But one thing I don't see a lot of people talking about is how weird the social media backlash from it seems to all be. I might see it because primarily what we post tends to be strongman stuff. But I made a post on TikTok comparing this to both Eddie Hall's pull of 500 kilograms and Hafthor's pull of 501 kilograms. And how it blew my mind that even though this guy is half the size as both of those giants, he was able to pull this as a random gym lift outside of competition, still looked like he had a little bit more in the tank, and didn't kill over and die afterwards like Eddie Hall did. And you would think that I just shot their God in the face. And I really don't understand it. How can we as strength athletes not recognize the magnitude of somebody who competes at 240 pounds, pulling over 1,100 pounds, and try to write that off as not impressive because he pulled it sumo? So what if he pulled it sumo? He also pulled it with just a belt and straps, as opposed to Eddie and Hafthor, who both wore deadlift suits whenever they pulled their weight and weighed twice as much as the guy. Just recently, I've seen people they act like I don't recognize the fact that Jamal Browner is most likely on gear. Again, so what? So were Eddie Hall and Hafthor Bjornsson whenever they pulled that kind of weight. And again, Jamal Browner did it at half of their size. Like, this may arguably be one of the most impressive lifts in human history. And there are actually athletes out there, probably not all of them athletes, most of them are probably just armchair quarterbacks, who don't see this as a big deal. What kills me even more than that, though, is the fact that I believe it was 4 days prior, Jamal Browner pulled over 1,000 pounds in a meet. Like a full power meet, he pulled over 1,000 pounds, and then a few days later, presumably while retesting maxes for a new cycle, pulled over 1,100. It boggles my mind. So, at the end of the day, whether it's strongman, powerlifting, CrossFit, Olympic lifting, we all just enjoy picking up heavy things and putting them back down, and we have chosen slightly different ways to do it. There's more that brings us together than there are that separates us, and the strength community is way too small for all this infighting. All this guy's lift is more impressive than that guy's. You know, especially over something as silly as sumo. The whole reason strongmen don't like sumo is because they think it is universally against the rules of the sport. It's not true whatsoever. There is no unifying rule that says that sumo deadlifting is against the rules of strongman. No rule whatsoever. The only reason why it's not done is because generally the promoter will pull it into the rules because we like to do things like Hummer tire deadlifts, silver dollar deadlifts, card deadlifts, things where you either physically can't pull at sumo or things where it's already such a reduced range of motion that if you locked out at sumo, the weight would still be completely resting on the ground. So obviously that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But by that logic, sumo is no more cheating than being 5'8" is. So that's really all I have to say on the issue. I've already talked about this a lot on our podcast, the Atlas Nerds and Iron podcast, which drops every Monday at 6:30 a.m. I talk about it on our TikTok a lot. I wanted to talk to you all in a little bit longer form about it as well. So if you like this video, again, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, it really helps us out a lot. Road to 1,000 subscribers. If you're in the Baton Rouge area and you'd like to come and see us, best thing to do is shoot me a message on Instagram. We can see what we can do to make that happen. If you're not in the Baton Rouge area and still like to support us, head to the website. We've got some programming options up on the website under the programming tab, and we have some apparel options as well. Designed it all myself. It's my creative outlet. Hopefully you like it. I think it's pretty cool. Hopefully you do too. We have several competitions coming up in the area. The most recent one from now is going to be the 3rd annual Rougarou Classic. It's a strongman competition, can be found on Iron Podium. After that, we have a powerlifting competition through USAPL, which you can find on Lifting Cast, and that is the Capital City Classic. So until next time, keep that Titan.